I'm taking some chicken thigh. I have nothing else on here whatsoever, okay? Now I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm not gonna saturate it and over fry it or over saute it. Sometimes you get the chicken that's dry, even in the best of restaurants. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a first layer of the Papouz seasoning on here. And I'm only gonna add one other thing besides the Papouz seasoning. First I'm gonna turn these over. And I'm going to put a little olive oil on them. So this is called a Latin Greek fusion. You got Tex-Mex. What should we call this?
You know,
we're going to have to come up with a name.
Yeah,
we're going to have to think about it. If any of you have an idea, because we're going to be doing some other Mexican and Latin dishes and infuse some of the Greek stuff in it. Not just this, but other Greek things in it as well. And we figure by the time we're done, we will have come up with a brand new menu and some stuff that maybe no one's had before. I hope we do, because that's always fun. I'm missing something. I had it here a little bit ago, and here it is. So we're going to do a couple things that normally you don't see on Pollo Asado. I'm going to take some Greek oregano. Not a lot, because Greek oregano is really potent.
What makes it Greek? What makes it Greek?
What makes it Greek?
No, what makes it Greek? What makes the oregano Greek?
It's grown in Greece. And then I'm going to put some red pepper on here, some chili flakes, so we can give it some heat. So that's the only other spice that I've added on there besides Papouz Greek seasoning. So that's burning over there, so I'm going to go ahead and drop those in here, in there. Sizzle, baby, sizzle. And I'm putting them with the chili flakes down, so that way, while they're cooking, the chili flake heat can enter into that chicken. You hear that? Does that sound good? Now, I'm going to go backwards. Forgive me, but I forgot something. On the plate, and I didn't do it, but my fault. On the plate that you had the spaghetti and the sauce on, what you can do is you can take some fresh basil, or if you like dill or whatever, you can chop it up finely and sprinkle it on top of the spaghetti sauce and even the shrimp. It gives it a distinct taste. It's based on what you like. If you're a basil person, great. If you're a dill person, fantastic. It'll give it even a more lemony zest to it. But it's up to you. And oh, something else. Here's something else that I didn't mention. And I'll throw this in on the spaghetti. If you want, you can always take that piece of bread. You can, that's while the chicken's cooking for the Mexican meal, and you can put some olive oil on there and just drench it. Greek virgin olive oil. And then on top of that, put an ample amount of the Greek seasoning. Toss for, depending upon how many people you have. You can do it on French bread, you can do it on a baguette, you can do it on a number of breads. And then stick that in the oven, let it crisp, and you got the best garlic bread or spice bread. And if you want more garlic on it, well, goodness sakes, get your garlic powder out or whatever, sprinkle some more garlic on there. It's not going to kill anything, it's just going to bring it to your taste. Am I making sense to anybody, or am I babbling?
I've heard before there's no such thing as too much garlic. I don't know.
All right, listen, if anybody thinks I'm babbling, please, it's your time right now to say, hey, you babble. Stop babbling. All right, let me go check that chicken. That's going to need about 7, 8, maybe 8 minutes more. All right, that's cool. And in the interim period, we'll put the bread aside. And I don't know where all of you are in the country, but there's different brands around you and what have you. And normally you'll go to, like on Taco Tuesday, the price goes down, but you have these little tiniest corn tortillas. Well, I don't like the tiny corn tortillas. I like the large corn tortillas. So when you put 2 of those together, now you've got yourself a pretty big taco, right? Or you can just use one and have one taco that way. If you don't have a lot of drippings or juice inside your taco, use one. If you do have a lot of drippings and salsas and what have you, use 2. It doesn't come apart, right? So I'm going to leave these here just for a sec. And we're going to do a little cleaning.
Are you going to put recipes to share together? Are we going to publish any of these recipes? Is there any family secrets?
Actually, you know what? Good food. You know, you hear these people, oh, I don't want to share my recipe. I don't want no, blah, 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 blah. I'm a proponent of sharing the recipes. Share the love. So I'm going to count on Nico and Andre, and they're going to be putting up our recipes. We'll have a library of videos and a library of recipes as we go along. And bear with me, and I'll put together some really cool stuff that's quick and easy like this. It doesn't have to be, you know, elaborate and cost you an arm and a leg. There's a lot of meats out there that are great meats that are affordable because prices are sky high right now, as we're all suffering on that. But there's a bunch of ways to do it. Meaningful, some traditional stuff, and some new stuff that come up with over the years. And at one point we're going to make some nice lemon chicken and lemon potatoes, which is just a wonderful dish. And then I will also share with you how to make some crushed potatoes that are easy to make, a great side dish for chicken, fish, beef, you name it. Easy stuff, and again, affordable. So hang with me a second.
If you guys have any recipes from your family, or if you guys get our products, our seasoning, and you want to try it and you come up with a recipe, share it with us. You can email it to us. You can check our website, papouz.com. You can send us a message on TikTok, or make a video. If you get the seasoning, make a video, post it, and tag us. We want to see everyone else's recipes too, because there's a million ways to use these products.
Almost, my friends, almost.
I read this morning that apparently a new movie came out this year, just recently, set in Arizona, I think.
Yeah.
And in the background of one of the scenes, there's a restaurant that says Paula's or Pauline's Greek Mexican Restaurant. Just came out this year.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I love blending things together, you know? These are really, when you look at it, there's a lot of common denominators in a lot of the foods and a lot of the cultures, you know? And you don't have to, you know, cast a big fishing pole out there to find that out. It's real easy. Once you start cooking and using different spices and what have you, it's really neat, you know?
That's something interesting about Mexican cuisine a lot of people don't know, is most of it is borrowed from the Mediterranean, from Greece, from Lebanon. What is something that you see in Mexican kitchens in Mexican restaurants that you see that and you're like, that's Mediterranean, or that's Greek, or that's Arabic?
Well, I'll tell you, when you look at all the various burritos, definitely brought together in specific Latin food, right? But then you go back to the wraps. You go back to the chicken wraps and the beef wraps and the pork wraps that are done on not quite a tortilla, but on a flatbread, very thin, with vegetables inside and sauces and what have you. Okay, so now that happened centuries ago in a different part of the world, and here it is, right? Mm-hmm. So did they arise at the same time? Was it just out of coincidence? Was it that somebody brought something to somewhere? Who knows? But like I mentioned a few minutes ago, there's a lot of, if you look for them, there's a lot of common denominators, a lot. Mm-hmm. And so, okay, bear with me, I'll be right back. We're going to warm up one by one. I'm going to let you all hang there for the next 3 hours while I warm up 7 tortillas. All right, 8 tortillas.
Growing up, my grandmother made tortillas by hand.
Yes.
And with all the kids around, it was like she couldn't make them fast enough. As soon as one was done, one kid was making his burrito or his taco. And it really was, it was like 2 or 3 hours of her just making tortillas sometimes.
Oh, I hear you. Well, one of the keys is that I mentioned before that sometimes you get into some places and you're ordering your carne asada, not so much carnitas, but carne asada and your pollo, and it's a bit on the dry side. Well, normally they're charbroiling this meat, and we'll do that at another time also, and charbroil it on the barbecue outside. But today I'm sautéing it. Why? Because I want to show you the moistness and the juiciness of it. It's really the way to go. It might take a little bit longer, but that's okay. If you have family near you and you have your guests here or whatever, make it a time where everybody's hanging around the table or in the kitchen and enjoying and talking and laughing and cracking some jokes. It doesn't have to be the horrible Thanksgiving dinner where everybody's arguing. And today I'll only be putting a few items on the tacos. That's not to say that you can't put whatever you want on these tacos, up and above. Today I'll be using, for instance, my favorite chili verde sauce on them from a company that I love to buy from. I love to buy their products. They taste good, they're consistent, they're affordable. And so I'll tell you a story. One time back in the early 70s, it was my mother and I working in one of the restaurants, and a family came in, and they left, and my mother found an envelope where they were sitting, and the envelope had $11,000 in it in cash. And so it's a family of 4 or 5, mom, dad, kids. So she put it in her apron pocket. Didn't say anything to anybody else. Uh-oh, what's she up to, you might say. Well, a couple hours later, this family drove back, and the lady was in tears, the man was in tears. This was all the money they had. And so my mom pulled it out of her apron. The hugs and kisses, they were crying and saying things in Spanish. She was crying and saying things in Greek, but they understood each other. And so that was something, that's who one of the stories that I'll tell you about my mother. That's who she was. Very kind, very generous, honest as the day is long. And 11,000 back in the early 70s, I mean, think about it. You could buy a house in cash in some places in the United States for that, right?
And no Google Maps to see where they had been.
No.
Probably didn't even know to call.
Well, that looks pretty good, Andre. So we're going to take the tortillas over there. I'll pop them on the counter. Turn that off so we don't burn the place down. I'll bring the chicken over. Save that bread for later so it doesn't go to waste. All right, that looks pretty good, I would say. Now, I know that this is on video, but I promise you, this chicken thigh is so tender, so moist, it'll make your experience eating a Pollo Asado taco much different. So, any questions?
Any questions, chat? Let us know. This is making me hungry. It's making me hungry. Imagine me smelling all this. Is this officially a Greek taco? Is this the first Greek taco we make?
I guess you can say this is the first. You could say it's the first Mexican Greek taco. Well, you know, I don't want to take and say this is a Greek Mexican taco. This is, I mean, this is a Mexican staple, you know? So we have to respect that. Why don't we say that it's a Mexican taco made with the help of a little Greek seasoning and made by a Greek? How about that one? Does that sound okay?
Sounds right.
All right. So since we don't have the little containers that normally you'll find at your Tuesday taco deal, let's take one. Let's put it in a little bowl. We gotta have cheese, kids. Nico, how we doing? Good. Let's put some cheese on the bottom, not just on the top, right? All right. Let's get some meat in there. Love it. Now, well, we're just gonna open this one up, kids. Do you have a small bottle of onions?
I do, yeah.
You have a small bottle of onions and a small bottle of carrots. Nico, are you gonna try one of these?
Of course.
Oh, we've heard from Nico, ladies and gentlemen. Agapi, will you try one of these?
Sure, I will.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, the brine. Our brine.
I've got to get. I'm sorry. What do you say?
I might be biased, but our brine smells delicious.
It does. It does. Okay, you got the carrots going. I love it. You got the onions going. Love it. And I think we should splurge. And we should also put in some wonderful avocado. So I'll tell you, oh, and I don't want to forget my friend. Good Lord, I'll tell you. Okay, here we go. And this is the sauce I was telling you about. It's made by Herdez, salsa verde. I got the mild.
Not sponsored yet.
No, but I will tell you that.
Herdez, reach out.
Yeah, Herdez, hello. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit on there on the bottom. Oh, forgot the meat. Telling you, I'm losing it. I'm getting old. Okay, we'll put a little bit more sauce there. A little bit of sauce there. Bravo. Ella. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to put some more cheese on the top. I think that's enough. I think that'll do it. Then we're going to take, let me get a fresh fork, please. So, I'm going to dig out the avocado. And let's put some avocado in there. Put some avocado in this one. Some avocado in this one. Opa. When a Greek wants to say hello to you, when you first meet, they say Yasu. That's to one person. If there's a lot of people like you out there, it's Yasas. That's like aloha. You can say it when you greet someone or when you're departing someone. Yasu for the singular, Yasas for the plural. There's going to be a test next time. You might win a prize. Okay, next. What are we doing? Onions. And our onions, no unnatural flavors or this beautiful pink that you see is from the natural color of the beets that are in there. And here we go. Opa. Opa. You know who I really need to get to try this is my sister-in-law and my two nieces, Patricia Gonzalez and my two nieces. Maybe we'll get them down here one day and put them on video. And I'll twist their arms to say, oh, it's so authentic, it's so good. All right, and now let's pièce de résistance. We'll put a carrot in there. For those of you that don't like carrots, what can I tell you? You're missing out. And voila! You have your pollo tacos with avocado, salsa verde, cheese, carrots. You're ready to go. Andre!
I'm ready.
Taste.
I'm so ready.
Nico!
Yes.
Come on, let's go. I'm growing old, waiting for you. Agapi. And I told you previously that my wife's name is Athena, but I keep saying agape. Agape means my love. So you guys, if there's any guys listening out there, you start calling your girlfriends and your soon-to-bes and your wives my love. I promise you, it goes a long way.
Classy.
Take it from an old man. Okay. Nico! All right, what do you, I want the truth, okay? Now, if it needs change, I want you to, in front of everybody, I want you to say it needs this or it needs that, it needs some change. Or if it's too dry, I want to know how the chicken is. Is it moist, far more moist than what you normally would get?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, what about the taste? Is there any zing to it or does it need to be hotter?
Plenty of zing. A good amount of heat. It's perfect on the heat.
Okay.
It's perfect, I think. And the acidity from the vinegar is just like a chef's kiss on top.
A chef's kiss. Oh, ho, my friends. This guy might be a poet, and we don't know it. Well, that sounds pretty good. Nico, what do you think?
More seasoning.
You want more seasoning? Here's the bottle. Put more seasoning. Leave me alone, I'm busy.
He's cooking here.
Hey, young men and women of TikTok land and YouTube. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Got about another 5 minutes here, and we're going to call it a day for this first one. And Andres, can we post when we're going to be doing lives? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's look at the calendar. I mean, we got holidays coming up and what have you. Maybe we can post and say, okay, well, we're going to be doing it once or twice a week, and here's what we're cooking this time. And or maybe we should do the cooking. Maybe it should be a surprise.
How much notice can we give them if we tell them we'll be live in a week? We'll be live.
Yeah, like in a week. We'll be live in a week.
We'll be letting you guys know. We'll be posting every time we're going to go live. I'll be giving you guys notice. We're on the gram. We're on TikTok. We're on Zon. We have our website, papouz.com. Maybe on there, maybe we should add a calendar on there too.
Maybe we should. And don't forget your lime with your tacos. Okay? Well, I'll make you another one.
That's how you know it's good.
Here, give me your plate. Let's make you another one because I don't want any of this to go to waste, truthfully. Nico, do you want another one, son?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, and I can't. There's so many flavors, and none of them are buried. It's like, it's a melody of flavors. That's what it is.
A melody of love. So what else did I put on here? Onions, right? Oh, avocado.
Avocado.
Hello, avocado. Hang on, we got to get that seed out of there. Okay, we got the seed. Goodbye, seed. Let's slice that avocado. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll tic-tac-toe it across the board so it comes out easy.
Are the carrots spicy? Yes, the carrots are spicy.
Carrots, I love the carrots.
They're like the carrots you find at most Mexican restaurants, but I gotta tell you, I've never been satisfied with carrots in a Mexican restaurant. Everyone has their own taste, but I think with this, we spend a lot of time trying to figure out the right level of crunch, the right level of pickling,
and the thickness.
And the thickness, yes. Sometimes you get some carrots that are mushy in restaurants.
Here you go, Andre.
Thank you, sir. Not to put anyone on blast, but ours are crispy and crunchy. So are the onions. The onions are crunchy.
Making the last taco, ladies and gentlemen.
You've had one.
I have mine here. I'm going to eat last. Bravo.
And the colors. Look at the pop.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Little avocado action for Nico. Okay, you got that. Some onions. Somebody who's listening, type in and tell us what you're doing for the holidays. Doing anything exciting? Doing anything different? Going somewhere? Here you go.
I need to update the chat. Oh, thank you.
Okay, you got it? You good? Oh, here. We put a little lime on there for you this time. Nico, you want some lime on yours?
That's what I was going to. I could just eat those jars on nothing. Me too.
Yeah, me three.
I emptied a cauliflower jar. There's questions. Let me see. Does the spice have MSG?
No.
No MSG. Let me see if I can. Can you pass me a bottle?
No MSG. Hate MSG. Bad for you.
All natural. No artificial flavors. No preservatives. Gluten free. No MSG. All natural, handcrafted. I will stay tuned, of course. Thank you, Jazz.
Thank you, Jazz.
Just spending time at home with the family.
Good.
That's the best way you could spend.
Nothing's better than that. All right, kids. Any last questions? Before my departing nag, I'm going to nag all of you. All right. Again, Merry Christmas to those. Happy holidays to those. A blessed New Year once again. Happiness, health, prosperity. Do great. Do great things. And we'll see each other soon. Take care.